Hi, my name's Crystal Oliveria, and I'm the Career Conversationalist. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about a talent shortage, 10 in-demand careers. Discover 10 jobs employers are having difficulty filling. Avoid frustration by knowing what employers are looking for. And learn what is the most important skill you can nurture in your child. Do you know which career paths are in high demand that employers are looking to fill? Once you know which career paths are in demand, then you can easily help your child narrow down his or her career search parameters. The list of top 10 in-demand careers is made available by a global workforce expert company that surveyed 42,000 employers in 43 countries about the roles that are hardest to fill. Interestingly, across the globe, companies seem to be having a difficult time filling the same types of jobs. However, each large geographic area ranks the positions differently as far as which jobs are the hardest to fill. Are you curious to know which 10 jobs employers in the Americas are looking to fill? Discover 10 jobs employers are having difficulty filling. Have you ever asked, out of all the surveys done each year to assess the job market, why do some surveys provide more insight than others? Or, why did you decide to share a survey from a particular organization instead of another? These are both good questions, and I would encourage you to ask more. Surveys have different purposes. A survey in the U.S. market may miss some global, overall workforce trends because the survey is focusing on a much narrower scope. For this post, I decided to focus on a global overview approach because technology is impacting the workforce dynamics on a global scale. The survey discussed in this blog came from Manpower Group, a global workforce expert company that at the time of crafting this post has been recognized by the world's most ethical companies for 6 consecutive years, Fortune's World's Most Admired Companies for 13 consecutive years, and Dow Jones Sustainability Indices, the gold standard for corporate sustainability leaders for 8 consecutive years. According to the Manpower Group, a global workforce expert company, as new work models emerge, so do complex work challenges that require fresh thinking to drive efficiency and growth. Employers have easy access to workers globally due to technological advances, and it is important to think about your child's career from a global perspective, since your child lives and will soon work in a global economy. According to the Manpower Group, the top 10 positions employers are having a difficulty time filling globally and in the Americas are as follows. Globally, 10. Secretaries, personal assistants, receptionists, administrative assistants, office support staff. 9. Production, operation, machine managers. 8. Management executive, management corporate. 7. Accounting and finance staff. 6. Drivers. 5. Technicians. 4. Engineers. 3. Sales representatives. 2. IT personnel. 1. Skilled trades. In Americas, number 10 is IT personnel. 9 is drivers. 8 is accounting and financial staff. 7 is management executives, management corporate. 6, engineers. 5, secretaries, personal assistants, receptionists, administrative assistants, office support staff. 4, production operation machine operators. 3, sales representatives. 2, technicians. 1, skilled trades. It is important to explore these career paths even if your child shows little to no interest in any of them. For example, your child may be excited about engineering because your child may not know much about the field. According to the organization typesofengineeringdegrees.org, engineering is a broad term that covers a wide range of applications and industries. Combining mathematics, science, and technology engineers produce creative solutions to real-world problems. As a result, there are many different types of engineering degrees available. In the past, engineering could be divided into 4 major branches: mechanical, chemical, civil, and electronical, with several sub-branches of each discipline. However, today, the number of engineering degrees available has increased dramatically. There are now 6 major branches of engineering: mechanical, chemical, civil, electrical, management, and geotechnical, and literally hundreds of different subcategories of engineering under each branch. To help you better understand a wide variety of different types of engineering available, here's a partial list of 37 engineering degrees. 1. Mechanical. 2. Aerospace. 3. Biomedical. 4. Biomechanical. 5. Automotive. 6. Civil. 7. Structural. 8. Architectural. 9. Electrical. 10. Computers. 11. Electronics. 12. Mechatronics. 13. Robotics. 14. Microelectronic. 15. Chemical. 16. Environmental. 17. Material science. 18. Agricultural. 19. Paper. 20. Sustainable design. 21. Engineering management. 22. MBA in engineering. 23. Industrial. 24. Systems. 25. Manufacturing. 26. Petroleum. 27. Geological. 28. Nuclear. 29. Marine. 30. Engineering physics. 31. Photonics. 32. Nanotechnology. 33. Mining. 34. Ceramics. 35. Metallurgical. 36. Geomatics. 37. Project management. I encourage you to visit the site typesofengineeringdegrees.org to explore these types of career options. The website offers a brief description about each engineering major to help you learn more about each area. I suggest checking out the website typesofengineeringdegrees.org with your child to see if any of these types of engineering areas spark an interest in your child. You can find links to universities offering specific degrees. This site also has great articles such as 3 reasons for high engineering school dropout rates, and provides advice so your child does not become a dropout statistic. This site does their best to directly source all data, facts, and figures, including school information and salary information, directly within every article. Information is gathered from around the web, but the sites most cited are the Institute Education Sciences, Accreditation Board of Engineering and Technology, and the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. It is important to know that not all engineering degrees are going to be in high demand equally. Some degrees will be in more demand than others. That is why I suggest taking the time to explore options with your child sooner rather than later. The sooner your child starts exploring career options, the more confidence you will have when it comes time to pay your child's college tuition bill. Knowing that your child picked a degree in an area that is in high demand that is well suited for your child. Avoid frustration by knowing what employers are looking for. The sad truth is most people need a job, and while searching, they discover the hard way that the skills they have are not in demand because they are not receiving offers for job interviews and positions. I want your child to avoid this all too common problem that people seeking employment face. I want your child to understand things from an employer's perspective, so your child understands what needs to be done now in order to become a candidate an employer is excited to hire in the near future. So let's start this discussion by talking about the challenges employers have when it comes to filling available job positions. According to Manpower Group, here is why employers say it's hard to fill job positions. 24% lack of available applicants, no applicants. 19% lack of hard skills, technical competencies. 19% lack of experience. 14% looking for more pay than is offered. 11% lack of soft skills, workplace competencies. While your child is attending school, he or she is not likely to be available to work full-time, particularly in a position that requires a college degree. However, your child has control over the other 4 areas that employers have challenges with. Your child can develop hard skills and technical competencies by doing well in school, particularly in subjects that relate to his or her major. For example, if your child decides to pursue engineering, then your child can choose to develop good study habits and apply them to learning mathematics like calculus, statistics, and linear algebra. The more solid foundation your child has of the basics, the more easily your child will be able to apply the concept to real-life scenarios. Think of it this way. How many times in school did you or someone you know struggle to solve a math word problem? There are 120 red marbles and 80 blue marbles in a bag that contain 200 marbles. If only blue marbles are to be added to the bag so that the probability of randomly drawing a blue marble from the bag becomes 2/3, how many blue marbles must be added to the bag? How many times did you or your classmates say something like, "What is the point of learning this? When am I ever going to use it?" Chances are it was hard for you and your classmates to take learning stuff like this seriously if you did not see it as useful or relevant. You probably didn't really learn the material, and you may have done just enough to pass by. Therefore, your child is likely to follow the same fate unless he or she sees the bigger picture on how to learn this type of stuff is relevant. To help your child better understand why math and statistics is relevant, it can be used in multiple fields. I suggest that you give your child the gift of the Cartoon Guide to Statistics and other similar resources. I was given this as a gift when my mentor found out that I was going to be taking a statistics course during the summer. My mentor told me that reading the book would help me familiarize myself with new vocabulary and math concepts and would make taking statistics easier. When I read the Cartoon Guide to Statistics, I did not understand most of what I read. However, I thought the cartoons were interesting, so I read the whole book and learned a few things along the way. By the time I finished reading the book and I took the statistics course, I was not anxious or overwhelmed with new math vocabulary or concepts. Instead, I better understood how statistics plays a role in creating predictions for things like presidential elections, manufactured goods with defects, and helping pickle jar makers know how big to make pickle jars based upon the average length of pickles. On page 90 is a good example of the type of cartoon humor used in this book when introducing the topic of sampling. I think it's funny because it puts a new spin on old sayings like, "The dog ate my homework." On the top of the page it says, "The problem with the world is that the collections of stuff in it are so large it's hard to get the information we want." Then below in a little picture it has people standing in line for voting, and it says, "Voting populations, what percentage favor each candidate?" Then it has a little picture in the middle and it's of manufacturing goods, and it says, "Manufactured goods that will be proportion will be defective." And then in a little box to the far right, there are pictures of pickles. And it says, "Pickles, what's their average length? The pickle jar makers need to know." Then below that is a picture of a hard-working industrious beaver looking at a piece of paper with a bunch of pickles all around. And it says, "The industrious, hard-working, simple-minded beaver-like way to answer these questions would be to measure every single pickle in the world and say, 'Do some arithmetic.'" Then down below is the picture of the beaver looking up with his buck teeth, and it says, "But we aren't beavers. We're statisticians. We're looking for an easy way out." And the beaver says, "Oh well, I ate the pencil anyway." As far as experience goes, the best way for your child to gain experience is to work, volunteer, and participate in internships in career-related fields as frequently as possible. This will help your child network and develop working relationships with people who work in an area your child is interested in. People who are true masters of their craft are usually more than happy to pass on their knowledge and wisdom to the next willing, eager generation who displays a great desire to take pride in their work. Masters of their craft do not want to see their craft die and are usually more than happy to pass on their knowledge and wisdom in the form of grooming by being a mentor. This is a way to preserve a craft, leave a legacy, and develop a mentor-mentee bond with someone who has a growing appreciation for the mentor's years of accumulated knowledge and wisdom. As for looking for more pay than what is being offered, your child can decide to accept an offer that may be lower than anticipated. Typically, when your child is fresh out of college and has fewer skills and experiences, your child will have less leverage to negotiate salary. Your child has a choice to take a position that pays less than he or she anticipated if the position will help him or her gain skills and experience that are in alignment with his or her long-term career objectives. The first job I accepted out of college was for a lower pay than I had anticipated. At the time, it was a tough pill for me to swallow because I was a college graduate with 2 college degrees and the pay was significantly below what most college graduates who gain a job within the vicinity of their degree were making. However, looking back, it was a wise decision to take a job that offered less pay because the position gave me the opportunity to gain skills and experience that I continue to use to this day. I choose to look at the situation as accepting less money up front but receiving a larger payout in the long run from the ongoing dividends I will continue to earn during the rest of my working life from these gained skills and experiences. As far as soft skills are concerned, these are gained primarily by engaging with people from a wide variety of ages, backgrounds, and cultures. The wider the variety of people your child engages with, the more opportunities your child will have to practice socializing in different scenarios. Since we live in a global economy, it is likely that your child will have to work with people of various ages, backgrounds, and cultures. Having a social life will help your child learn and practice social graces. Interestingly, 4 out of the 5 reasons employers say they have a hard time filling job positions are things that your child has control over. Your child can learn to make good decisions today that will help give him or her the opportunity to develop hard skills and technical competencies, gain experience, make decisions wisely about accepting pay offers that may not be as high as anticipated, and soft skills to help your child communicate effectively with others in a harmonious way. Your child has the ability to take action today to create a future where he or she will be in a better position to gain employment easily and quickly. Learn what is the most important skill you can nurture in your child. In a world that is constantly changing and experiencing technological breakthroughs that make many skills irrelevant, what skill can your child learn that will be helpful and necessary throughout his or her career? It used to be that someone could use this skill sparingly and make a decent living. However, with the rapid changes in technology and how the world conducts business, this skill, if not used regularly, creates stagnation and decline. Interestingly, the same skill, when used regularly, helps people to grow and up their level of game to the next level. This is why people who use the skill regularly continuously enjoy new levels of success. The most important skill you can nurture in your child is learnability. Learnability is the ability to become proficient in an area by acquiring instruction and knowledge to gain skills and develop talents with ease and speed. Learnability requires desire to move onwards and upwards. While you cannot teach your child desire, you can help your child start a fire of desire. Creating and maintaining a fire of desire is very similar to creating and maintaining a real fire. To create and maintain a real fire, follow the simple 7-step sequence. 1. Plan ahead. Plan on building a fire using a grate or metal bar frame to hold fuel for the fire when possible. A grate is commonly used when building a fire in a fireplace, a furnace, or an old-fashioned stove. A grate ensures there's plenty of ventilation, preferably from all sides, for oxygen to be used to fan the flames. 2. Prepare a quick start. Gather tinder and kindling material that is highly flammable and place it where you want to start a fire. 3. Get started. Create sparks to catch flammable material on fire. 4. Gain momentum. Add soft wood to build up the fire. Soft wood creates larger flames, but the flames burn out quickly. 5. Stabilize momentum. Add hard wood to keep the fire burning longer with more heat. 6. Maintain momentum. Stoke fire regularly by using a long stick or fire poker to move logs around. This creates new airways for oxygen to help fuel the fire. If you neglect to stoke your fire regularly, the fire will eventually go out. 7. Preserve momentum. Add fuel to the fire by adding more wood. Generally speaking, a fire will not extinguish itself immediately unless a fire extinguisher is used. Rather, a fire dies down over a period of time before self-extinguishing. First, the flames die down until there are red-hot coals and ember. When the red-hot coals and ember lose their red glow, then the fire is extinguished. It is easy to rekindle a fire as long as the coals are red-hot and tinder and kindling are available. Rather than constantly restarting a fire, it is easier to maintain a fire by paying attention to it, stoking it, and adding fuel regularly. Creating and maintaining a fire of desire to learn in your child is very similar to creating and maintaining a real fire. To create and maintain a fire of desire to learn in your child, follow the simple 7-step sequence. 1. Plan ahead. Plan on family time. Look look forward to something each and every week. Pick a time like Saturday afternoon to engage in a variety of activities that you and your child may not normally have time for during the week. Prepare for a quick start. Gather fun ideas. Two. Prepare for a quick start. Gather fun ideas like going to the Jelly Belly Sticker Factory tour to help your child open up to the possibilities of going to an unknown places to explore and have fun. 3. Get started. Invite your child to lunch and then go on a half-day trip. 4. Gain momentum. Suggest going to fun places that are specifically designed to interest kids in a fun, creative, educational way. Plan on visits to places like the Tech, Museum of Innovation. The Tech Studio is a collaborative design space. Visitors are invited to participate in guided activities or workshops related to STEAM, learning, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, and engineering design that also reflects the spirit of Silicon Valley and the maker movement. 5. Stabilize momentum. Suggest going to museums and exploring exhibits of different industries, like Intel's museum, Journey Through the Decades of Innovation. Go behind the scenes in the high-tech world of California's famed Silicon Valley. See what it is like in the ultra-clean, highly automated silicon chip factory and connect with technologies that give us new ways to work, learn, play, and communicate. The Intel Museum is 10,000 square feet of fun, interactive learning for children and adults. 6. Maintain momentum. Remember that exploring careers and industries is supposed to be fun. Do things that have educational value and are the types of things you would do while going on vacation, such as going on tour guides like the Port of Oakland Harbor Tours. Take a free 90-minute narrated harbor tour from the Oakland Estuary to San Francisco Bay on the historic ship USS Potomac. Learn about the Port of Oakland, its operations, and economic impact on the region. 6. Preserve momentum. Be on the lookout for fun things to do that the whole family can do that also have an educational appeal. 7. Preserve momentum. Be on the lookout for fun things for the whole family to do that also have educational appeal. When you find a resource with potential ideas, keep the resources nearby for future access. Have fun looking for great ideas and local resources like what is there for kids to do in the Bay Area and other such articles. While it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to build a fire of desire for your child to love learning, the good news is that once you start it is easy to maintain. Remember, generally speaking, a fire will not extinguish immediately unless a fire extinguisher is used. Rather, a fire dies down over a period of time before self-extinguishing. First, the flames die down until there are red-hot coals and ember. When the red-hot coals and ember lose their red glow, then the fire is extinguished. It's easier to rekindle a fire as long as the red-hot coals and tinder kindling are available. Rather than constantly restarting a fire, it is easier to maintain a fire by paying attention to it, stoking it, and adding fuel regularly. If you see the flames of excitement levels of your child dying down, then you know you need to stoke the fire and add fuel. If it's been a long time since your family did something fun together to explore career paths, then your child's flames may have been replaced with red-hot coals. In this scenario, add tinder and kindling by talking about places and activities that you would like to go and do as a family in the near future. Then, when your child's red-hot coals turn into a flame, continue to build the fire and maintain it. In the beginning, it will be your responsibility as a parent to oversee your child's fire of desire grow from a spark into a burning passion for a love of learning. Over time, your child will get used to the warmth and light that the fire of desire provides and will fall in love with the feeling of being passionate and having a fire burning from within. To maintain this feeling, your child will begin to request fuel, such as suggesting possible trips, outings, and resources like the cartoon guide to statistics. You know you have done your job well as a parent when your child begins to happily take responsibility for maintaining his or her own passion to explore career opportunities. The desire to learn will help your child explore a broad area of interest before narrowing down interest to dive deeper into exploration. As such, your child will become knowledgeable and will feel comfortable in a constant state of learning, growing, and developing. As the world changes, your child will be able to adapt well and keep up with the changes. Your child will have an easier time becoming and remaining employable because your child will be willing and will know how to continue to learn skills that are in demand. Being easily employable is about having talent that employers want. There is a talent shortage in 10 career paths, and employers are having a difficult time filling these positions. You know which positions these are, so I'd encourage you and your child to explore the career paths that interest your child the most. Your child can avoid frustration when it comes time to look for a job by knowing today what employers and candidates are looking for in their candidates. As such, your child can make better decisions today that will help him or her become a more cherished candidate in the near future. You can nurture the desire in your child to continuously learn and help your child stay relevant in a world that is constantly changing. You have the ability to help your child make wiser career decisions. Go share this blog post with your child and discuss career paths that are in high demand and why being in a constant state of learning is so important. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this blog post, and if you did, I would certainly encourage you to go to the website grabyourfreegift.com/crystalo, CRYSTALO, and what it is you will get your free guide to the what, when, and where of preparing for college. And I also suggest that you create an email folder titled !Career Conversationalist. This way you can store all of your important emails and have easy access when you want to find something again. And what it is every week I send out a blog post with an inspirational motivational quote and occasional bonuses. So again, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to our paths crossing again soon. Take care.